How to treat sciatica with home remedies. The sciatic nerve is the longest in the body. It begins around the lumbar vertebrae and extends down the back part of the thigh and legs, and ends in the heel of the foot. The pain that journeys along this highway is known as sciatica. In the following article you will learn how to treat sciatica with home remedies. What to know about sciatica. Sciatic pains and problems arise when pressure is put on the sciatic nerve, be it from a lesion on the lumbar vertebrae, muscle contractions in surrounding muscles, or nerve inflammation, known as neuritis. This pain can manifest in many different ways. Light tingling in the feet, cramps, spasms, or pains from the waist to the knee, sensations of fatigue or numbness, pain from electric shock in the legs that can continuously change position, severe pain that prevents normal walking. Who is most at risk of suffering from sciatic nerve pain? Those suffering from arthritis and osteoporosis. Those who smoke. Those who continually lift heavy objects, for example at work or during physical activity. Home remedies for sciatic nerve pain. While intense pain should often be treated with prescription treatments given by a doctor, there are some friendly and popular remedies for some of the symptoms of sciatic nerve pain that may have just begun to bother you. Here are some of the most effective ways to as soon as symptoms arise. Cooking 4 potatoes and making mashed potatoes. Then spread the mashed potatoes on a large, clean cloth and apply to the aching lumbar region as if it were a compress. Secure it with a strap or tape so that it doesn't move. Leave it there until it cools. Repeat this several times a day. Cutting half an onion and massaging the inner part in circular motions on the affected area for about 10 minutes. Repeat this every hour and a half or 2 hours as necessary. You can always use the remaining half of the onion. Applying several hot cabbage leaves to the sore area. Don't remove the leaves until they are no longer warm. Preparing a compress made of hops. Boil this plant for 10 minutes and wrap it around the area that hurts with gauze. Make sure it is as hot as you can stand it without burning yourself. Cover it with a cloth to better conserve the heat. You can save the water to moisten the compress again. Don't forget to reheat it. Massaging the sciatic nerve with a mixture made up of 2 spoonfuls of sesame seed oil, and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Massaging the aching region with circular motions, using linseed or fish oil. Drinking an infusion of valerian and passion flower to promote muscle relaxation around the sciatic nerve, especially when the pain is caused by pressure on the nerve from muscle contractions. Cutting 50 grams of fresh radishes, washing them well without peeling, and adding them to a liter of white wine. Allow it to settle for 3 weeks. filter, and drink 2 glasses a day, 1 after lunch, and 1 after dinner. Pouring a cup of boiling water with 2 pinches of anise, 2 of marjoram, 2 of rosemary, and 2 of mint. Allow this to rest for 5 minutes and drink before sleeping. Boiling a small piece of willow bark in a ½ liter of water for 15 minutes. Strain to get rid of any sediment and drink a cup every 8 hours. The salicin found in the bark will ease the pain. Mixing 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 of green nettle, and 1 of oregano with a liter of water. Boil for 15 minutes, turn off the burner, let it settle, and then strain. Drink twice a day. Boiling a handful of rosemary in a ½ liter of water for 5 minutes. Let a cloth absorb the vapors from the water. Then soak the cloth in vinegar and use it to rub the hurting regions. Pouring 300 cubic centimeters of water in with a handful of bran and a handful of mint, and mixing vigorously. Eat for 8 minutes. Soak a cloth or cotton and apply to the affected area, and allow it to set for an hour. Pouring a cup of boiling water mixed with a teaspoon of powdered mistletoe. Cover and leave it to soak all night. Reheat the following morning and put it on the affected zone in the form of a compress. Mixing 1 liter of olive oil, 150 grams of marigold, 100 grams of plantain, and 200 grams of hypericum. Bring to a slow boil for 4 hours. Let it cool, strain, and store in a glass jar with an airtight lid in a dark space for 1 month. Massage softly onto regions where you experience sciatic nerve pain. Pouring a handful of washed pine leaves into a bottle of wine. Allow them to marinate for 7 days and then add 1 tablespoon of honey. Drink for 40 days straight before sleeping. Mixing potato juice with either celery juice, beet juice, or carrot juice. Drink 1 glass a day. Drinking plenty of water. Water is an excellent alternative to alleviating sciatic nerve pain since it increases blood circulation. Mixing 2 cloves of pureed garlic with a ½ cup of warm milk and drinking twice daily for an entire week. Be careful with the garlic because it is not advisable to eat garlic if taking anticoagulants, suffering from ulcers, or having problems with hemorrhages.